I'm having a panic attack. I tried to, I'm not really. That's not very nice. Sorry to people that have panic attacks, but I have them as well, so I'm part of the club. But I'm trying to upload to, I was trying to upload to YouTube, and it was giving me grief. And it's like real slow. It's saying it's going to be 1 hour or something stupid like that. And I have to delete those videos. I have to upload them, then delete them so I can make more videos. That's how stupid this phone is. I'm going back to Android because I can't stand this. I really cannot. And what am I trying to say? Okay, so I deleted YouTube off my phone, the app, and then that way I reinstall it because a lot of content creators have that issue. They have problems uploading, so if they delete the app and then reinstall the app, then it magically fixes itself, which really shouldn't have anything to do with that. So I just come in from the Dollar Tree and thrifting, my regular Friday routine done on a Saturday, and I'm trying to upload it. And okay, it's acting glitchy, so I decided I'll delete it and reinstall it. And it took me to the YouTube, and then it just went black. The screen went black. So I thought, okay, I won't go into the app. I'll just how do you do it on your browser? Just enter YouTube without going on the app, if that makes sense. I just type in YouTube and go to YouTube that way. There's a word, but I can't think of it right now. And it went black again. So I don't know if, and I asked the internets if YouTube is down. It didn't, it said, no, it's not. So I don't know what's going on. I do know people were having trouble with their Google and their Meta accounts, I believe, or something like that. So I don't know. I hope not, because I've made my channel like very personal. I've put little ditties of stories, and that's why, I don't need fame or fortune from YouTube. It's really just recordings of little stories I had in my head and that I wanted to share with people, including my family. I don't know if my son thinks I'm talking to him or not. I told him I was recording. Anyways, I'm waiting for my chicken fingers to be done. I bought the good chicken fingers. I paid $2 more for the good ones. If you all watch Trailer Park Boys, you know what I'm talking about. When that show come out, it's not for classy people. Let me just say that. I thought it was a documentary. But anyways, the running joke is every time I go by the extra expensive chicken fingers, I say, I bought the good chicken fingers. And people look at me and go, what? I go, don't you watch Trailer Park Boys? Anyways, I've had a very bad week. I've had a very bad 2 weeks. And I know everybody's going through it, and I'm going through it. And your neighbor's going through it, your cat's going through it, the dogs, the birds, the fleas, everybody. And, but every time I go through those things, I just know this too shall pass, and that's no understatement. I know it's just going to be a couple days, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I had a spell of sorts, and that lasted two and a half days. And I was very tired and worn out and all that stuff that comes along with it. By the third day, I felt a little bit better. And then today I said, I should stay home today and rest a little more. It is Saturday after all, just rest and not go out. And I said to myself, no, I'm going to pick myself up, pull up my socks, and go out. And I do feel better that I did go out, even though it is, the weekend. It's a long weekend, and a lot of schools are going back if they're not already in, and it's a little bit chaotic. But I realized I wore joggers, thick fall joggers, and I don't need to do that. It was warm out today, but I had on my socks and had on my llama socks with llamas on them. And I went in the Dollar Tree. When I come out, I looked down and I realized I had put my pants on and my socks. The llamas were showing. I know none of you really cared. Nobody cares, but it just looked funny because here I am, grown-ass woman walking around with llama socks on. It just looked funny to me, but hey, just another day in the life of me. But again, everybody, you're going to get through what you're going to get through, and it's going to be hard, and it's going to be rough. It's going to be like you're spinning around, you're nauseous, and you wish the ride would stop. But just carry on. Carry on. I don't know how I did it this week, but here we are. So, went to the Dollar Tree, and I'll just show you this fast because it doesn't really matter. They had the Fruity Pebbles. I grabbed another box because my son does like it for a snack. And it was $2 for the box. So, I mean, that's reasonable. Try to give your kids natural foods and all that other baloney. But, hey, we can't live, perfectly all the time. And then they had this really pretty, look at the little butterflies on it. Can you see the little 3D little... Sorry, I got a real bad setup today, guys, as well. I'm just a big old mess. Because I'm moving all the lamps around in my house. But see those little... I might press them lightly with the iron. But see those little pretty butterflies on there? And so I'll pass by it. And I know my granddaughter's got plenty of hair stuff. But hey, you can't go wrong with that. So it's just one of these. These are very in right now. The little scarf attached to the scrunchie. And I saw a teacher. She looked gorgeous. She was wearing Chanel. And she had 2 of those there with the scarves. Right there and right there. And it looks so cute. Looks so adorable. I just love the look. I already drank this, but I'll just show you these probiotic drinks. This one is Cherry Fizz. And it is by this new brand, Joy Burst. Now, I bought their electrolyte drink. Pardon me, guys. I bought their electrolyte drink before a watermelon. And my son didn't want it, and I had it, and I liked it. It did have a little too much like that synthetic sugar taste to it, which I do not like. But I did like this, so this must be the new brand that'll be featured in the Dollar Tree stores, and I will buy this again. I really enjoyed the Cherry Fizz. And just a little mini haul. I think it was $25 I spent today, and I needed hair ties myself. I have 3 now. I wear them till they break, and I have 3 left. And so I grabbed this one. I didn't see any colors that I liked. I don't want pink, and I don't want black. And they had some fuzzy ones, but I'll go back another day. But I just grabbed this one because it has the zipper. So you can put a little bit of change in there or whatever you need to put in there. I don't know. Most people would put a key, but yeah, I just thought it would be good for me to put, a couple of dollars if I go for a walk and I don't want to bring anything but my phone. But yeah, I'm going to start using these because they don't pull on my hair as much. I don't want something, I got enough, I'm shedding enough hair as it is. Corn nuts, these are a repurchase. They are the Mexican style street corn. I bought these 3 times now, and it's the big bag, so it's a good buy. I hope y'all can hear me. They didn't have any of those fall signs in there. The apple ones and pumpkin ones. They had some of the, like the door ones that stand up like that, but they didn't have the ones with the apple fruit basket of apples spilling out. They were kind of going this way. They're a bigger sign. They didn't have them. You have to grab, with everything going on with the Dollar Tree right now, if you see it, grab it, because it will not be there that next week. And I saw the apple sign, I thought, oh, I'll come back again and grab it. And I should have grabbed it because it is not there anymore. And that was cute. I can live without it, but I really like that apple sign. A lot of their stuff wasn't, there was some newer things, but a lot of this fall stuff that was there before was not there. Now, I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't care if you do. If your kids want to have fun and celebrate it, has nothing to do with me. I'm not judging anyone. But I don't celebrate it anymore. But I had to grab these for the grandbabies because they're just too cute. And again, they will not be in the Peeps. There was only a few packages left. And there's the pumpkin ones. And even though I'm not allowed to give them treats, I will give them 1 each per visit. But don't tell anyone. We try to get away with giving them a little snack. A little bit of sugar to keep them sweet. And those are super cute. They're super cute. And then I grabbed myself these Beemans. I like the retro gums. There's another one that's in a blue package. I can't remember, but I love retro gums. Then I grabbed, I feel like I grabbed one of these. So if your kids are going back to school or you use those Stanley cups or anything like that, you need this. If you'd have seen, I made a short before, my son's work bottle after sitting in the work truck. You know, and I knew I wasn't scrubbing it good enough. So, I mean, he scrubs it, but sometimes as a mom, you like to do a few things for your kids. But these are for your, not just baby bottles, your water bottles and things like that. You need one of these. And so I grabbed one. It has a little suction cup on the bottom, but I mean, that don't make no difference to me. And then I love butter tarts. Am I going to buy all the ingredients to make the mixture myself? No. So I just grabbed this Sharif. They always make good pudding pie. They're kind of a tried and true company for pie filling mix and all that stuff. So this is the butter tart filling, and I will buy some little tartlets from the grocery store, and I will make these. Whether I add raisins or pecans in them, I don't know, but nothing beats homemade anyway. Then they had these for $2, and this is cheaper than the grocery store. My kids like this. They have a hard time lately. They drink in enough water, so they've decided that they're at least going to add these to get their water rate up, consumption up. So I just grabbed 2. And again, they're cheaper at the Dollar Tree than the grocery store. Now, this is what I bought for myself. Every time I go to the Dollar Tree, whether it's once a month or twice a month, I'm going to buy a new product to try. And because, I mean, for $1 and some change, I mean, I can certainly splurge on that. Now, that blue cooling gel, you'll see it in my video in the Dollar Tree. That I bought it before. It's a hyaluronic acid cooling stick. It's light blue. They only had one in the Dollar Tree, and the box was open. That stuff is like a Neutrogena dupe, and I knew when I saw it, it was probably going to be good. I tried it, and I love it. But again, they only had one when I went back today, and the cardboard was, casing was busted open on it. But I hope they get more in, because that is really good. Now, this is I knew I'd need my handy dandy. Your girl needs stronger glasses, so I got to use my my magnifying glass. This is a replenishing lip mask, and it is cotton candy and collagen. Now, I'm going to assume that they're trying to do a Laneige, whatever that word is. They're trying to do a Laneige. Is it Laneige or Laneige? Dupe with this. I'm going to assume that's what this is. It's a mask. Now, I don't know if you got to leave it on for... Hold on, people. I am not... Yeah, you leave it on overnight. Okay. I didn't know if it was like... Okay, so look at that. So, you know, who's going to know the difference? Probably not us. Kind of jip you there. Is that a word? I don't think that's an appropriate word to use, so my apologies in advance. See how much is, but it's kind of hollow there, isn't it? But you can't complain for $1. My mess here. Hold on. So it doesn't have the, hold on, guys. It doesn't have a seal on it, so that's why it's in the box, which is fine by me. And guess what it comes with? The little spreader. That is adorable. Let's just try it, even though I got to brush my teeth and wash my face. This will last you a long time because it's a whole tub, right? Hold on. It feels really weird. I've never tried those lip masks. I would like to, but I've never bought them. I wish I knew how to pronounce it. It feels very jelly on my lips. I'm not going to taste it because that's not a good habit to have, but it's certainly not cotton candy. It's candy-ish. I wouldn't say cotton candy, though. but I will not purchase. Once in a while, I like to splurge, but not so much. Years ago, I bought high-end products. I was a real classy lady. Stupid and classy, if that goes together. And I bought higher end products, but then I figure, well, why wouldn't I just buy the like, instead of buying vitamin E cream, why not buy the vitamin E capsules of oil and put it on my face, right? It doesn't make sense. But some of the higher end products, they do have a better delivery than the actual main ingredient of the product. You know, the synthetics kind of carry it better onto your skin, if that makes sense. But the Laneige, whatever it is, I'm sorry, lip mask is one of the things I wanted to try. You know, sometimes I succumb to the hype and I wanted to try it, but look at this. I think this is just going to be just as good. And like when you have kids, yeah, it feels really nice on my lips. And it's not sticky. And they're going into Sephora and those stores and they're spending so much money on skincare. We as women worked very hard, maybe I didn't, but for women's rights to be able to be financially stable and to have financial gains in this world. And you have to understand, again, it is nice to have things. It's nice to treat yourself and pamper yourself, obviously. Those are things we need to do for our mental health and for our self-esteem and things like that. But when you have young girls spending so much money, and I'm talking upwards of $200 a month on skincare, makeup, hair, nails, eyelashes, that is $200 that be going into a high interest savings account and put towards their future. And you're probably going, well, my kid is 8 years old. Well, all the more reason for you to be explaining to them that instead of the $25 lip mask, we're going to buy the dollar something lip mask. And we're going to put away a little bit of money for you. And just because you have it, a lot of people say, well, I have lots. And da, da, da. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. You will better your life by making these small changes and giving your kids financial advice and financial stability, because we don't put a everybody just thinks, well, you know, we just want to pamper ourselves, and I understand that, but that is almost like some of those skincare things are almost the price of a car payment a month. You know what I mean? So teach your kids financial health. Before anything, teach them financial health, because that's why a lot of kids don't understand anymore, and they're going to buy $10 coffees in the morning and, you know, a $9 peanut butter sandwich. That is ridiculous. Teach them a little bit to save a bit, not overboard, okay, like I do sometimes, but just some little tips and tricks of the trade. Now, I know I've went into a rant, but these things are important in this lifetime, and I'm more than happy to have this little thing. I get very excited at little things. So anyways, now that I've rambled on and barked at you and preached at you, I will get on with my day and have my chicken fingers and go to bed. I love yous all and have a wonderful weekend. Remember, Labor Day is approaching, and after Labor Day, we cannot wear white. That is a rule of thumb, unless you're like a big-time fashionista and you like to take risks. Don't wear white after Labor